Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play Star Trek Online. I am Andrew, and I bring to you today the first Starship review of 2015. Yes, my throat is still sore from the last video. I would normally consider this a special review, but as I'm not really kind of going down that path. For those of you who don't know, it's the Tier 6 Manticore. This is a veteran ship. You get it when you reach 1000 day veteran, along with the Chimera, which is your Tier 5 veteran ship. So what I'm going to do is quickly talk about my build. Obviously show you the ship, I'll show you some customization options, and probably, depending on how long I've been babbling on for, probably jump into a PvE. So so something like that. Right, okay, so we'll jump straight in. Here she is, my Manicore Heavy Destroyer Tier 6. I haven't really chosen a name for her yet. Not really had her that long, so oh, come on. Right, so weapons. Really, kind of, what did I want to achieve? And my main goal really was high DPS. My previous builds and previous episodes have been quite shocking with DPS, and I'm always trying to aim, for the last 4 years, trying to aim for 10,000 DPS with all of my characters. And obviously, I've been playing about with different builds, different setups, different ships, this kind of thing. This build, just another, going a bit off topic now. This is a disclaimer. This build is no way near finished. I've still got a lot of work to do and a lot of more grinding to do. As I said, I want all my weapons at epic level. I'm still on the hunt for a new impulse engine. I'd like an epic deflector and an epic shield, and obviously a better warp core and this kind of thing. So nowhere near finished. So, and yes, I have got two universal consoles in my tactical, which again, another disclaimer, don't judge me. I've just I've only just put this all together and found out obviously I haven't got enough I haven't got enough money, enough energy credits to grind for better, additional consoles, and I haven't got enough fleet credits to get fleet consoles for my tacticals. From tactical consoles, but eventually these two consoles will go in my engineering slots. So again, obviously, don't judge me. I've just kind of I've not really thrown it together, but I've played with it. So this is where my build is currently. Right. So at the front, I've weapon layout. Obviously, it's 4-3, 4 at the front, 3 at the back. Along with 3 device slots, 3 engineering slots, 2 science slots, and 5 tactical slots. So making it kind of tactical heavy, but keeping some of the engineering. So yeah, I'll just jump straight in. Right, so at the front I've got ultra rare anti-proton beam Mark 14s. Critical, crit D ×3 and crit H. For those who don't know, obviously you get 250 degree targeting arc to target, 340 anti-proton damage, 272 DPS. It's saying, obviously we're not in space, so the numbers will update. To self, minus 10 weapon power when firing other weapons, plus 2% critical chance, and plus 80 critical severity bonus. My other one is another ultra rare anti-proton beam Mark 14, crit D ×3 with a damage modifier, to target, 347.6 anti-proton damage, 278.1 DPS. You get plus 80 critical severity bonus. Another ultra rare anti-proton beam array, Mark 14, crit D times 3, crit H, along with an ultra rare quantum torpedo launcher, Mark 13. With accuracy, crit D, damage, and spread modifiers. 90-degree targeting arc, 4,140.6 kinetic damage, 487.1 DPS, 7.5% chance. Upgrade your next torpedo attack. Uses multiple torpedoes to attack an area of space, which I've got to admit that is actually quite cool, especially when you haven't even pressed torpedo spread or anything like that, and it just goes boom and attacks everything. Plus 20% critical severity and plus 10% accuracy. My deflector, positron deflector array Mark 14 with EM, Flow C, and Sen modifiers. Plus 10 starship sensors, plus 30 starship shield emitters, plus 20 starship structural integrity, plus 20 starship shield systems, and plus 10 flow capacitors. My impulse engine, again, kind of obviously at the time of me doing this build, I was originally using the Aegis set, but I found that obviously I didn't really want to use Aegis. I wanted to use other things. But because I couldn't afford a new impulse engine, I just left this on. Does the trick. I'm kind of happy with it, but obviously I want a better one. So yeah, this is an ultra rare Aegis hyper impulse engine Mark 14 with full modifier, plus 5% defense, plus 22.5 flight speed, plus 17.6 flight turn rate. Plus 24.8 full impulse flight speed as well. Again, at full impulse, plus 165 flight speed. Diverts all power to engines, which it's not bad, but it could be better compared to some of the engines I've seen on the market. My warp core is a very rare plasma integrated warp core Mark 14 with Koi, ECAP and W to E modifier. Plus 100% increase to base regeneration rate of all power levels. Maximum warp factor of 10. That really shouldn't be right, it should be 9.9 something. Plus 20 starship driver coils. And you also get engines capacitor, which repairs disabled engines, and you get a plus 15 engine power setting for 10 seconds. Which, again, not bad, but obviously I want a better warp core. My shield is a covariant shield array Mark 14, capacity 3 with a pulveron modifier. Didn't really want the shield, but obviously it's the only thing I could afford at the time. 8,333.3 maximum shield capacity, 10% bleed through, 145.7 shield regeneration every 6 seconds, and obviously reduces polar run damage to shields by 20%. Again, I will be replacing that. My aft weapons, ultra rare anti-proton beam array Mark 14, crit D times 3 and damage. An ultra rare omnidirectional anti-proton beam array Mark 14, accuracy, arc, crit H and damage modifier. Obviously it's always handy having an omnidirectional on. Obviously 360-degree targeting arc, so even if I'm facing forward, I've still got something firing forward as well. I do need to replay the Dyson episode to get the ancient omnidirectional anti-proton beam and grind that to Mark 14. and have that on as well. So I'll have 2 rear weapons firing forward as well. Engineering consoles. I've got an Epic Mark 14 Neutronium alloy. I do want. Well, I've got 2 consoles in my tactical, which will go next to this Neutronium. Epic, obviously, Universal Console Constriction Anchor. It works. I've got to admit that actually works brilliantly. And repair platform. Enough said on that one. Science consoles. Epic Mark 14 Exotic Particle Field Exciter with a kinetic modifier. You get plus 50 kinetic damage resistance, plus 37.5 starship particle generator, which improves your exotic damage, plus 25% maximum shield capacity. When healed, applies a field exciter for 15 seconds. You get plus 10 weapon power, and effect can occur once every 30 seconds. Then I've got ultra rare plasma generating weapon signature nullifier Mark 14. Decreases my threat generations by 71.2% while active, plus 35.6 starship flow capacitors, and plus 10.7% plasma based exotic damage. So it's actually quite cool that obviously it, in a way, kind of boosts how much damage you're actually doing to your target, and it adds plasma explosion proc to energy weapons, 2.5% chance, 1,801.5 plasma damage, which ignores shields, which is quite cool. Tactical consoles. Universal Enhanced Dynamic Tactical System. This is what comes with the ship. We'll take another look at it. Actually, you know what, we'll just look at it that way. So you get plus 3.3% maximum hull capacity, plus 12% critical severity. While in tactical mode, plus 30 starship targeting system, plus 5 weapon power, bonus weapon power and accuracy, auxiliary starship shield systems, plus 30 starship tactical systems, disables regenerative mode, disables tachyon inversion beams, enables Lotus, plus 5 weapon power. Whilst in tactical mode, you get Phaser Lotus. It's a cone heavy phaser attack, 240 degree targeting arc to target, 480 phaser damage times 8 pulses, max 3 targets per pulse or something like that. To target, 2.5% chance to disable 1 subsystem for 5 seconds. To self, after firing sequence is complete, minus 75 current weapon power. Which I actually quite like that ability. It's quite cool. When you're not in tactical mode, you get tactical inversion beams, cone shield steel, 90 degree targeting arc, minus 92.8 all shields per pulse, 10 pulse max to each target, 39.8 all shields each pulse, 10 pulse max for each target drained. So I actually do like that ability quite a lot. It's quite cool. Epic Mark 14 anti-proton mag regulator, which does 37.5% anti-proton damage. I've got another one as well, another Epic Mark 14 anti-proton mag regulator. Then I've got the vulnerability locator Mark 13 plus anti-proton, plus an additional 33.8% anti-proton damage and 1.7% critical chance, which is bloody good. I am currently grinding this to Mark 14 and hopefully it will go epic on me, which I'll be happy with that, but it's very costly at the moment. And I've got Plasmonic Leech, which steals target power to target -1 all power settings for 15 seconds per activation for 15 seconds. To self +1 all power settings for 15 seconds per activation for 15 seconds. So there we go. That is my build. As I said, it's not finished by a long way. Obviously I will be wanting all my front and rear weapons at Mark 14 epic, and I do want better deflector, impulse, warp and shields. So there's a lot. I've still got a lot to do, but at the moment, that's the build. Because obviously this is a tier 6 starship. You do get the starship masteries. For tier 1, you get precise weapon systems, which is 5% accuracy. Enhanced weapon banks, 15% critical severity. I'm about to hit tier 3, so that'll be devastating weaponry, plus 2.5% critical chance. Tier 4, enhanced weapon systems, plus 10% kinetic damage and plus 10% all energy damage. And there seems to be a bug. Great. Yeah, there's a bug. I actually can't remember what the tier 5 ability starship trait is, but that's great. Stations. You see it's Commander Tactical. Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, you get an Ensign Universal, Lieutenant Commander Engineering, with command, that's the officer I've chosen, and a Lieutenant Science. So that's basically how I've set it up at the moment. And things will probably change ability wise, but yeah. So that's kind of it at the moment. Starship traits I've got on at the moment: Emitter Synergy, Improved Tachyon Beam, Radiant Nanite Cloud, and Temporal Insight. Let's see, he's only tier 5 on one thing. So yeah, that's it really. If you give me a second, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to show you some of the customizations that you can make with the Manticore. So for you it would be a second, and for me it would be like a minute or so. So I'll be right back. Welcome back. So yeah, here she is, and I have to admit she is a nice looking ship, really nice. So yeah, you can choose. You get 2 templates that you can choose from. So you can either choose, obviously, the Manticore. This is how it comes before you do anything to it, and then you can also use the Chimera if you wanted to. Chimera plate, which is quite cool. You can also mix and match as well, which is quite cool. 5 windows. So you got Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, Type 4, and Type 5. Shame you can't actually see them properly, to be honest. You get. We'll put this there so you can see it. Oh, that doesn't make things any worse. something like that. Right, type 1, which is kind of grey and boring, to be honest. Type 2, even more grey and boring. Type 3, still grey and boring. Type 4, which I kind of like that actually, it's quite cool. Type 5, Type 6, and Type 7. And then obviously if you're a veteran, well, you have to be a veteran to have the ship, which is what I went for. It kind of gives you this nice Tron-like, like basically having the Aegis stuff on, but without owning and being disappointed with the Aegis, which is quite cool. The customizations, so you can choose to have, you can mix and match between Chimera and Manticore. Which I actually prefer the Manticore to anything else. There's more detailing on it. But if you really wanted to, you could have. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. So I've just left them as Manticore. It's better, and I'd recommend going for Corvus patterns, because you get complete coverage of the ship, which is quite nice. Yeah, that's everything. So if I put them both to black, you can see obviously where the coverage is, which you actually do get the most amount of coverage with Corvus than you do anything else. But yeah, another thing as well is welcome to the new colour palette, which came in with season 10. Which was a long time overdue. Really, only had like a little handful of colours, but now you've got a lot more, which is nice. You can have your ship. At least now you can have your ship any colour you want. So if you wanted red, have it red. Even if you want it, oops, wrong colour. Even if you want it a pinky purpley colour, do it. It's quite nice. I don't think there's any brighter one, which I think that might be. It's more of a purple, but even that doesn't look too bad. I went for. This game is lagging like hell. Come on. So yeah, I went for blue. I think it complements it quite nicely. But again, obviously you can have it any colour you want. It does not come with a unique bridge. As you saw, I was using one of the Unity bridges, which obviously Nomad I'm using. So yeah, that's kind of it. Oh my god, it is lagging like hell. So what I will do is I will call it quits here, and then record another video with the PvE. There might not be any commentary on the PvE, but actually, no, I'm not. I'm actually going to beam into space, so you know exactly what the stats are. I'd lose my head if I didn't know where it was. Oh my god, I've actually got that was nice. I've actually knocked my graphics down to ultra, pretty much low, just to try and compensate for the lag, but it's not actually helping. In my update, on the comments on my update video, I did say that obviously I do need a new machine. Sorry, I do need a new machine at some point. The only thing I've really updated with this machine is actually graphics, but yeah. So at some point I will have to go out and buy a better PC, which hopefully the videos would be better anyway. Yeah, so we'll have a look at my stats. I'll go to full impulse. Let the number settle a bit. I've got 750 crew. Crew recovery rate of 50% a minute. Alive crew obviously 750. Stealth detection ratings 19.46. Power transfer rate is 200%. 10 a second. I guess that's 10% a second. Bonus defense of 75%. My hull is sitting at 65,700. There was my tactical character. He's got his hull's much higher for some reason. Hull repair rate of 118.7% a minute. Shield regeneration rate of 145.7 shields per 6 seconds. Shield capacity is 15,013. My resistance is a hold. No, not. Kinetic resistance of 42.3%, and everything's kind of averaging at 29%. Bonus accuracy of 30%. Critical chance sitting at 8.2%. I want that higher. Critical severity at 77%, which I want that higher as well. Inertia is 80. Flight speed is 27.06, and my turn rate is 22.4 degrees a second. So not that bad, but again, I've still got some work to do. Due to the game being quite laggy and that, I'm actually going to call it quits here, and then I'll record a PvE with this, and hopefully the game will be a bit smoother. Obviously, it is patch day tomorrow. Tomorrow being Thursday. No, it isn't. It's when? Yeah, tomorrow being Thursday. So it is patch day tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be a bit. The game will be running a bit smoother. So yeah. So where am I? I'm stuck in the freaking thing. There we go. So yeah, I hope I haven't bored you too much. But for those of you who have stuck with me, whatever, thank you very much. And remember to like and comment, subscribe, and thank you very much. And I shall see you next time. Goodbye.